Hi guys, welcome to Plants and Pet Rescue. On today's video, we're going to be talking about a few home remedies. We're going to be making our at-home indoor plant fertilizer, and we're also going to be making a bug spray from pretty much products you have around your house. So to get started, the first home remedy we're going to talk about is chamomile tea. What you do is you boil your tea bags, you make some tea water, you let it cool. Then you could put this guy in a spray bottle, and tea water chamomile is basically very good for bacteria and fungus in your plants. Don't spray too often, spray once every couple of weeks or as needed, but once again, too much of anything is no good. Our next item up is white vinegar. White vinegar adds acidity to your plants. If you have a gardenia in the home, they like a little more acid. So you're going to use this, but before you use this, which will increase the acid in the plant, you need to check your soil level. You can go to any store and find a soil test kit and find out what you really need, because you may not even need this if your plant is doing well. The way you would use this is a cup of white vinegar to a gallon of water. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo any of these products. Next up, I spoke about him a few times. Peroxide has many uses. Hydrogen peroxide, in my last video, I spoke about how it promotes root growth. There's a lot of other useful needs. It's for gnats, it's for bacteria, and it's also for fungus. The way you would use hydrogen peroxide, once again, is that 1-to-2 ratio. 1 ratio of peroxide per 2 ratios of water. So 1 cup of hydrogen peroxide for 2 cups of water. You could put that in a spray bottle, or you can just kind of water around it. It's a good way to kill off the gnats, those little gnats that you get in your house. Next thing up is milk and water. Years ago when I was a kid, my grandmother used to use milk to clean the leaves on her rubber tree plant, and her rubber tree plant was so shiny. But milk mixed with water has another purpose. It is for powdery mildew on your leaves. You'll notice a white powder. Get yourself a cotton ball, get some milk and water, equal parts, and just wipe your leaves down, and your plants will look great on the outside too. Also, anytime that you water your plants, instead of using tap water, try using some seltzer water. Seltzer water will give your plant a little bit of life with the CO2 in here, and it will promote a little bit of growth. It kind of wakes the plant up, so to speak. Also, in my last video, I spoke about using water that you have boiled vegetables in, your potatoes, your vegetables. Like I said, if it's unsalted water, once you're done with your vegetables, you let it cool down, and you could just put it in a container and water your plants like you normally would. Next up is ammonia. It's going to add some nitrogen to your plants. Once again, you're going to test your soil first to see if you even need this. This is not something you put in every day. If you were to use ammonia, wear gloves. We all know ammonia is very strong. A little bit goes a long way. What you're going to do with this, the ratio is going to be 1 tablespoon. Just a tablespoon, not a flowing tablespoon, a little less than a tablespoon of ammonia to 1 gallon of water. So as you can see, that's a very minimal amount in a gallon of water. You just want to give it some extra nitrogen if you need it, just to help out, just to help with that growing. We're going to make a fertilizer spray for your indoor plants. What we're going to use is 1.5 tablespoons of Epsom salt, You're gonna see, I'm going to post this on the screen in case you don't remember. So it's 1.5 tablespoons of Epsom salt. Then you're gonna add that to a 1 gallon jug. Okay, your 1 gallon jug is gonna be empty. Okay, 1.5 tablespoons of this. Then after you add this, you're gonna add 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. Then you're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of ammonia. Once again, just a 1/4, don't overdo it. You're gonna get those all in your 1 gallon milk jug. And then you're going to fill that with water. You're gonna swirl it around a little, and you're just gonna let it sit for a while for the Epsom salt to dissolve. That will be ready to use. You don't have to dilute that. Everything is gonna be in that 1 gallon container. And then you're going to water your plants about every 4 weeks. In the middle of winter, like we still have maybe a couple of weeks of winter to go, it would be once every 6 weeks. Just a little tip, plants in the winter don't require too much fertilizer or too much water. Always lesser amounts because a lot of them go dormant. And you don't want to keep a damp plant. You don't want to keep an over-fertilized plant. They'll die. They will not make it. A lot of these indoor plants are so used to being outside that they prefer that. So if you kind of do some crazy stuff inside without checking how your plant is doing, it's not going to survive. The next thing, since spring is coming, it is Sunday, March 20th. Oh, we'll go this way. It's Sunday, March 20th, so it'll be here before you know it. Once spring hits, here come the bugs. So a home remedy for bugs, all you're going to do, you're going to mix into a spray bottle 3 cups of water. You're going to take 1 cup of this white vinegar, and then you're going to take 1 teaspoon of dish detergent. You're going to give it a little shake, and there you go. You have your own bug spray. Also, like I said, if you don't want to do your homemade, if you want to go out and buy something, I highly suggest neem oil. I use it on my indoor plants, my outdoor plants. I use it. It's organic, so it's a great tool. Okay, so that should get you through the rest of the spring if you decide, the beginning of spring, if you decide to fertilize your plants or give a little, get your bug spray ready. So that's it on that. And as you know, once again, after every plant video, I talk about my animals. I talk about my pet rescues. The one I'm going to talk about today is a pet rescue in New Jersey. It's called Sammy's Hope. They're in Sayreville, New Jersey. They have been around since 2010. And they also, just like every other rescue I talk about, they're just trying to find homes for pets, trying to find fosters. Fosters for any rescue is very important because without people taking these dogs to foster, they cannot help anymore, or these cats. So if you guys, anyone out there can be a foster parent, where they kind of stay at your home, and I believe everything's paid for, their medical's paid for until they find an adopter, it really helps out. They're able to save a lot more animals. They have been Sammy's Hope. I am not really affiliated with them, but I do follow them on Facebook. That's probably the least I could do. They are a great rescue also. They have been doing this since 2010. So anybody who lives in New Jersey near the Sayreville area, like I say all the time, get yourself a friend, send them $1, send them a can of cat food, a can of dog food, a paper towel roll, anything. If you have a friend or someone who's lonely and would love to foster a pet for however long it takes to get adopted, please help these rescues. It's been a rough couple of years with COVID. Everybody's been, adopting all these pets, and some people are slowly going back to work now. These pets are getting returned. It's, and there's no room. There's no room for anybody. There's not enough fosters. Please help out. Foster, donate, do whatever you can. Even like them on Facebook, like them on Instagram. They also have a YouTube channel. They have their own YouTube channel. So go search Sammy's Hope. I'll have all that info for you on my screen. Also, their web address is www.sammyshope.org. Also, if you want to email them, it's info@sammyshope.org. So, for those of you who watch all my videos, thank you so much. Those of you who have asked, where have I been? Like I said in my last video, I'm kind of working on my hopes and dreams, which, like I said, is going to work every day. That is how I work on my hopes and dreams. So, now that spring is coming, there's a lot to talk about. We're going to be actually heading out into my yard when spring hits. I'm going to be showing you guys all my plantings, my garden. I'm making a garden within the next couple of weeks. So we're going to start heading outside because I'm actually tired of being in this room behind a table up against the wall. So until next time, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, help me out, help these pet shelters out. And until then, I will see you next time. Thank you guys for watching.